What's Brendan from Cake here, and this is part 16 of our playthrough. Lots of like to do a lot of popping peas at the beginning of all my videos. Yeah, so we're going on to do this quest, Sons of Ragnar. It's like one of the first quests, and like I said at the end of last video, a lot of time will probably go by before I actually go and do it. Like I said, I was gonna explore and get these items. Well, I did that, and I did all that too. Lots of stuff. Lots of exploration. I did some of the expansion things as well. And now, right now, it's like the Easter event. And so your town is like filled with all these silly little mini games that you can waste a bunch of time doing to get random tokens that you trade in for. Wait for it. Cosmetic gear. Yay. Everyone wants to decorate their town. But I did do a little bit before I found out how boring it was, and I got a colored raven. So isn't that nice? Isn't that pretty? All right. Oops. I bet. As a quick little gear update, I was saying I was gonna switch away from the dagger, and I did do that, and I used the long sword. I used the great sword for a while, and I liked the great sword quite a bit. It's a lot of fun. And then I decided to try out a spear because I hadn't done that yet. And now it's kind of like we've gone full circle. The spear is just the dagger all over again. So now I'm just using a big dagger. So no matter what, I can't get away from just being a stabby stabber. Stab. So anyways, let's get going on this quest. Actually, get the main story moving.
Who stands before Eivor Ragnarsson? Are you Sigurd Drenger? Igor!
Eivor. If you keep that up, I'll stain the floors.
The place could use some color.
Who are they?
All spies. Dressed to look the part of a peasant. Got feisty. Pitchfork. From this rabid little one. Was a time when you met and slew your enemy on the field before they could dream of things like sending spies!
Now we shake hands and make deals.
Not my thing.
I figured.
I love them whipped, weeping, and reeking of piss. Hey! Good boy. You're free, Saxon piggy, to run amok through the Mercian fields.
I would have let him down easy.
Follow me. I'll give you the tour.
What do you call this place?
I call it the shithole. To the Mercians, it is Repton. Their most revered kings are buried below the church. Imagine their weeping when we drove them out.
You plunged your knife deep into the heart of this kingdom.
That is right. We've got a number of Saxon nobles lined up with their lips puckered, ready to kiss our asses. The only holdout is King Burgred and his war thane, Leofrid. But my brother is brewing a plan to deal with them.
I take it that's where we'll find my brother.
Right. Talkers they are, Uba and Sigurd. Might want to dig the wax from your ears.
So even though this guy is a Thane Viking like us, he seems a bit twisted. I am thinking maybe he'll be a bad guy.
Going anywhere, Backrot. You have the king on his heels because of me. Because of my men.
For which you were paid. But that price does not change because you have caught a whiff of our hack-silver hoard.
You forget I am a sellsword. I ask what I please, and I take what I'm owed.
If I wanted to hear you talk shit, I'd gouge out your tongue and shove it up your ass. Now fuck off.
Haggling over silver is a bad look for the son of Ragnar Lothbrok. But worry not, Uba. I have the warriors you need.
If this is one of them, my worries have vanished.
Eivor, wolf-kissed, you have come at just the right time. Uba and Eivor here are hunting a king.
And when we've caught him, we mean to crown another. Our dear Thane Ceolwulf here.
It's not a role I begged for, but it's what Mercia needs just now. A man to fairly rule both Saxons and Danes.
It sounds like you'll be a king in name only. A puppet.
I am doing my part. I hope you have come to do yours. We're going to need all the help we can get for what comes next.
The king has refused our offers of peace. Ceolwulf means to change that. There'll be a new king for a new England.
For now, Burgred is holed up in his fortress at Tamworth, making a final stand.
Another shithole. Only further south.
We've held a siege there for weeks to no effect. So, no more knocking. Now we batter the gate to splinters. If we take Tamworth, remove Burgred and crown Ceolwulf, come morning the Shire is ours. And Mercia soon after.
Yes, remove. I cannot stress that enough. Burgred is not to be harmed. My legitimacy as king hangs on this one simple fact.
You rob all the joy from war, Saxon.
Not every victory needs to be marked by the slaughter of a king.
But it is much better.
His request is fair, Eivor, and we will honor it.
Ceolwulf betrayed his present king. Maybe tomorrow he betrays us too. Why trust him?
How can I answer that with any hope that you'd believe me? I only want what is best for the people of Mercia. And I want what's best for my son. In Burgred's Mercia, where Danes and Saxons murder one another daily, it's not possible.
This is a good plan, brother. I'm ready for the coming fight.
Agreed. Yet remember this. Whatever you stand to gain here, so do we. An alliance between my clan and Mercia's crown.
See this man installed on his throne and you will have it. I swear.
The bold sons of Ragnar bellow to sound the spear din and the thunder of shields. So let fall the arrow storm. The battle begins.
Ah! You never said this one was a poet.
I need to piss.
We have a forward camp just north of Tamworth. Will you go with us?
Lead the way.
Take in the sights of Repton if you like. We'll be at the docks when you are ready to go.
I'm glad you and your brother have come, if only to bring some measure of calm.
Ease yourself, Ceolwulf. We all stand to benefit, and you'll be remembered for this, for years to come.
For all the wrong reasons, I fear.
A lively town. Quite a lot to see here.
Nice. Yeah, so there was that seer's vision saying I was going to betray Sigurd or something was going to happen. It seems like that Eivor Ragnarsson guy is kind of twisted, and maybe him and Sigurd will get into it, and I'll have to, I don't know, just seems like something seems funny there. It seems like they're setting it up. I'm just exploring the town. Let's try using the Raven once instead of the map. It's a little more visually pleasing. Is that a shop? I think it's a shop. Let's check out the shop. So I want to buy ore and leather. Oh, sorry. On a good note, I fixed the Switch Pro controller problems. I had to install an emulating app
Half the army's
program.
already in Tamworth, and we've now got help from the south. It's our lot to look after this place now, to protect her.
Shame. Wanted to see the look on Burgred's face when we stormed his fortress. Now we'll just hear big tales, told by drunken heroes.
So now this program is tricking the system into thinking my controller is an Xbox controller, which is great because now everything works as it should, but if switch the buttons around so they're opposite of what they used to be. I'm getting used to it, but I might make a couple weird flubs where I'm supposed to dodge and I don't, or I'm supposed to confirm and instead I accidentally cancel.
Yes, this will
I'll get used to it.
fear into the hearts of your enemies. Take care of yourself out there.
Hey, these are not minor runes anymore. That's cool. Only had minor runes up till now.
Thank you.
I'm gonna sell the minor runes. Just clogging up my bags. Maybe I'll keep like one of each kind. Maybe I can do this later.
Leaving already? I have to go. See you soon.
I'm looking for a flighter. I haven't explored this town, and most towns have a flighter in them. So let's see. Could this be a flighter? Yes, that's a flighter. I want to up my charisma. And I wonder if that little poem he said at the end of that cutscene there is because I have high charisma. That'd be cool.
I've heard all Danes are cursed with slow brains and fat tongues. Care to prove me wrong?
Most men choose to be loud or stupid. Impressed that you manage both. I will take you on.
Brilliant. Some flighting spirit. How about a wager?
Here,
Thank you.
let us begin.
I have sparred against champions and bested each one.
Prepare to taste bitter defeat. Nope. Oh, to beat such a braggart will surely be fun.
Oh, to beat such a braggart will surely be fun.
Ah, quick to bite back. Be careful, young Earth. You're a misfit, a half-wit, a foolish old grouse.
You're a weakling, a milksop, a cadger, a louse. You're no better than a rat that I would know.
You're a weakling, a milksop, a catcher, a louse.
Brilliant. I'm the greatest of flighters, a master of verse.
That hype, man. Your pride is appalling and your rhyming is worse. Did you bet on yourself? Then I know that on Jeepers.
Your pride is appalling, and your rhyming is worse.
Got you there, young Earth. Ha! I'm impressed. You are as sharp as that axe on your belt.
As promised, I will have my winnings now.
Take the gold. You've earned it.
They're very gracious at accepting defeat.
Glory, gold.
Come,
Pick
show me
me,
your
Eivor.
valor in battle,
hunt them
and
all.
earn your place at the great table.
I did that kind of fast, but this is the multiplayer kind of thing. You can someone else made this guy, and you can recruit him to fight on your crew. I think that's neat. Neat as far as online stuff goes. All right.
your men to the gates of Tamworth. We'll flood the fields, and Burgred shall weep at the sight of what the future holds for this kingdom. Eivor, is your axe sharpened?
I'm ready for the spear din.
And the thunder of shields, yes. It's good to have you with us.
To fight beside such legends is an honor. I've only heard tales of your conquests. Now I get to live them.
We'll weave our sagas together, thread upon thread.
Come on, boy. We'll forge a man from your softness, hammered on the anvil of
One does
war.
not need to fight to be
Move! Move!
Calm, Eivor. The fight's not here.
Aye. The fight is nowhere to be found in this boy.
A boy who happens to be Ceolwulf's son. Why is he not in his quarters?
Our future king wants a battle-hardened heir. Time he proves his worth, don't you think?
Can't be an heir if he's dead, Eivor. Can he wield a sword?
I've had some training. I don't want to kill anyone. These men are my friends. My countrymen.
Relax, little king. They won't call you friend now. You can thank your father for that.
Eivor!
He comes with us. And should anything happen to this little sprout, I will bear the punishment our future king inflicts.
He'll want to remove your head.
Ha ha, you hear that, boy? You die, and I'll have to kill your father, too.
I mean,
Mount up, Eivor. It's a long ride to Tamworth.
who am I to judge? You know, the Ubisoft's like
My brother.
loading screen keeps track of your kills, and I just double checked it. I've killed 1,595 people. So
To humor himself.
I'll keep that in mind.
And both eyes open.
You smell that, Ceolbert? The stink of jealousy, of our budding friendship, I think.
What is Ceolwulf's son doing in Repton at all?
It's Ceolwulf's way of proving his loyalty. And there's no safer place for a traitor and his son. In the middle of a pack of Danes.
Safe from who? You and Eivor seem to have brought this Shire to hell.
Fears are with us, common folk. But Burgred still has his soldiers all over Mercia. They're devoted to him, and they'll die defending him.
Your voice, Eivor. You sound different than the brothers.
Good ear, Lord. Most in England cannot tell the difference. Not all Danes are Danes.
From where do you come, if I may ask?
North of the Danelands, a place called Thornburg, in Norway.
I didn't know there was land north of there. What are the people like?
You ever see a herd of sheep follow each other off the edge of a cliff? They're like that. The ones who remained, anyway.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Was it a mass exodus from Norway, then?
It was. Norway is now the province of a young king, Harald by name. A boy wise beyond his years.
Are you not angry that he has displaced you and so many others?
I was, for a time. But our weeks at sea have softened my brow fire. If I am honest, I realize I quite admire King Harald. By
Viking
words,
Jesus.
by weapons, both. He has pacified the country I call home. For the first time in any man's memory, or any skald's song, Norway has one king. Just one. And that is quite a feat.
That is impressive, truly. England is half the size of Norway, and yet we have 4 kings for our 4 kingdoms.
You see? How could I not be impressed? No, Harald is a good man with grand ideas. I can see that now.
I am only 6 years his junior and have yet to see my first battle. I cannot imagine the skill and cunning he has.
Your first battle is coming, young Ceolbert. From this day on, you may see rapid progress.
I'm not sure I want so swift a rise.
In truth, Ceolbert, it is my father who bears the heaviest weight of my anger, not King Harald. My father gifted my birthright to Harald without my consent or knowledge. as easily as if you might hand over a barrel of meat. It was not merely a deception, it was a betrayal of trust. The prick of which still stings me.
Be it a blessing or a curse, family is always first.
A good line, boy. Were you not an atheling, I would hire you as my skald.
Skald? It sounds something like Scott, our court poets. Is that what you mean?
Right again.
Fascinating. The harmony between our words and yours is quite something. As if we were distant cousins, separated by an ocean of time as well as space.
I like the thought of that. I do.
So I watched an interview with some animators and artists, and they were saying how much they hate drawing horses, let alone animating them. So I take special interest when I see people riding horses. And yeah, they do look quite silly at times. Sometimes they just kind of float. And the heads are like totally frozen. It's interesting to know like that's really tough for people. Oh, I just hit a fox. In particular, it was the people animating the show Critical Role for the new cartoon series they're making. And they were saying, can we please cut out the scenes where you ride horses? And they drew him riding like a snake centaur instead of a horse, because that was so much easier for him to draw. Anyways. Let's check this on the map quick. Interesting thing about this is, yeah, I already totally raided this place on my own and like got as much as the loot I could. Because if you zoom out, there's like the big gold spots on the map. Those are like the better loot, the real things. And if you zoom in, it's just like the little dots. Where am I? Just the little dots. The little dots are like just leather and iron, nothing worth. Technically, all the soldiers in here should be dead.
Look at these pagan rats. Ravenous, unseemly beasts teeming over holy ground.
Have a care, Lord. These pagan rats outnumber us.
I can see that, fool. What do we do about them?
I advise we strongly consider their demands, Lord. We won't survive a fight.
Is that you, Leofrid? How quickly you recover! I'm beginning to wonder if it is a man or a god beneath all that armor.
A man of God stands before you, Eivor, proud and resolute.
That's Burgred's Warthane. Killed a dozen of our men in an ambush along the River Trent. It was Eivor's axe that stopped him.
That is a poor description of a perfect 30-yard toss.
Enough jawing, heathens! Speak your piece!
We've come for your crown, Lord.
With or without your head attached.
I admire your ambition, pagan. But what you ask is impossible. No Dane ever has or ever will occupy Mercia's sacred throne.
Not to worry. We have a Mercian of our own.
Jailwolf, you mean? When I'm done with you lot, I'll execute that foolish thing for treason.
My king, may I suggest a more measured approach to this?
I grow weary of this palaver. You have trampled our lands, toppled our monuments. We've given you silver, fed your people. And yet in spite of all this, your encroachment on my kingdom continues. No more! We will die defending what is ours, whatsoever the cost. If you want my crown, Uber Ragnarsson, you must pry it from the hands of my bloodless corpse. Man the walls!
Back to the camp. Round up the men. We're taking Tamworth tonight.
All right.
Eivor, tell the captain we're ready to march. Eivor and I will round up the men. Do you know your way around a battering ram?
I've seen them in action.
I want you at the helm of ours. You're strong and agile.
I'll be there.
As will I. How about a round of dice?
No, thanks.
Who are you?
I'm with the Ragnarsons. It's time to roll out the battering ram.
Birgred wanted to fight. Now we'll give him one. Are you ready to march now?
Give me a minute.
I'm not yet ready.
Do what you must, but return quickly. Our men are ready to move.
Okay, well, that seems like a great place to take a break. Yeah, so we'll pick up next time as we storm the Tamworth Fortress. All right, take care.